Hello and welcome to our special broadcast on the FIFA World Cup 2026. Today we will be discussing a lot of matches, the two matches that actually took place, and first we'll be discussing the one match between Portugal versus Spain. Spain came out triumph with a one-goal margin, and then Belgium showed why they are considered such a strong team, defeating USA 4-1. And we will be discussing that along with the next two matches that's going to be played. The most important one between Argentina and Egypt. So Lionel Messi versus Mohamed Salah. All that will be discussed in this special edition of the broadcast. Right, so let's start with the first match that took place yesterday night. Spain booked their place in the quarterfinals for the first time since 2010 after edging past Portugal in a dramatic round of 16 match, and they won 1-0 in that particular match. And to talk about that, I have with me Mr. Rahul Banerjee, senior sports journalist, along with Saji Prabhakaran. Both of you gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Wanted to check with you, the match was, a lot of people spoke about the fact that it's going to be a high-scoring match. Turned out the other way around. Spain, known for tiki-taka, known for a free-flowing game. They showed that they can play the waiting game, isn't it, Mr. Banerjee?
Yeah, first of all, I don't know why people expected a high-scoring game. When you're in the knockout of a World Cup, the first priority is not to concede a goal, which precludes, I think, the fact that you are going to be, creating spaces and moving up in attack. When priority one is to make sure that you get, you do not concede a goal. By definition, unless the other team is very poor, which in this case, these are more or less evenly matched teams in one sense. To expect a high-scoring game, I don't know on what basis that was expected. But having said that, in a sense, it was to be expected. Spain are European champions. 2 years ago, they beat England in the final. So, they are definitely one of the teams to watch in this entire tournament. Portugal, unfortunately, have developed a reputation, as we all know, over the years of, at least the last couple of years, of becoming too centralized.
Last 2-3 tournaments, so if you take a close look at Portugal's golden generation of Figo, Paletta, they also couldn't make it to the
absolutely. I mean, it's like remains an unfulfilled dream. But again, I'm talking about this particular team. It was too centered around Ronaldo, and we saw today also he was not even substituted. You had high quality players on the bench. PSG has won the Champions League twice in a row, and there were 5 members of the PSG team in this side who didn't. One of them did not even get onto on the pitch, and he's a striker. So it was always going to be very, very tight. And I think that's the way it turned out. But you needed, I think, a 91st or a 92nd minute goal to decide the match. So that is the way it would happen.
Let me get Shaji here. Dr. Shaji, welcome to India. You had a good time in US. Saw the match firsthand. How's the atmosphere there? I also wanted to ask you. You saw the match also. Substitute Mikel making it making it count when you really require it, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Tapas. I had a fabulous time in US witnessing those games. I was very lucky and fortunate that I could experience the great atmosphere, and it is brilliant. I think all the co-hosts are doing wonderfully well, and the fans are having great time. Coming to this match, Merino always expected that he comes into a crucial key time as a substitution player mostly, and he fulfilled. And what a pass from Torres to get Merino there, and he scores a fabulous goal, and it's a deserving win. I think they took risk, and the substitution really worked. And other side, Portugal was too much relying on Ronaldo to get the job done without even realizing that he should have been substituted. The coach should have been bold. That's what I think.
We will come to Ronaldo, but before that, Mr. Banerjee, you realize the fact that Portugal were defending stoutly, but were they little, defensive in their approach? They should have been on the move, especially on the counter.
For one thing, both the teams I think had the identical formation to start with. It was a 4-3-2 and 1. Both had one central striker up front. Now, by definition, that means that you are going to build up. You are not going. You don't have the space to create a free-flowing attack. So it was going to be that sort of a game anyway. And like you said, when we are depending too much on one player to try and give you the finish, and let's not forget, for all his greatness,
he was off color most of the match.
He's been off color through the tournament. In fact, that is one of the biggest criticisms of the Portugal coach, that why is Martinez kept sticking with him. Let's not forget the previous match which they won. He was substituted, and Ronaldo apparently looked very unhappy when he had to leave the pitch. So these are things that is the internal dynamic of the team. What, as a spectator or as the rest of the world, as we are watching, what are you looking at? The best affordable, the side that can afford you the best chance to win. And when you leave somebody like Gonzalo Ramos, who's one of the he's also a key striker, central striker, exactly the same role as Ronaldo plays. But this time Martinez did not even didn't refuse to substitute him at all. So if you don't give yourself the best chance to do the best possible, I think this is the sort of result. Even then, it was still a very close game. Let's not forget it. 90 minutes of no goals, and finally there was just one goal in the 91st or 92nd minute.
Do you believe that for a player of his caliber, a GOAT of this probably generation, this World Cup missing from his cabinet will haunt him?
I don't personally, for him, I don't think so. He's already said, look, I have done what I could. I am happy with what I have achieved. It is you all. I think we judge him more than he judges himself.
That's true.
So I don't think he's going to be a particular. Of course, you do feel that with a career that has spanned 6 World Cups, you have scored in every single tournament. You finally leave without this one. But at the end of the day, you look at the fact that he has won the Golden Ball, Golden Boot 5 times. He's won 5 Champions Leagues. He's won the European Championship 2016. So there is no shortage of trophies in his in the World Cup. Let's be honest. It is the hardest trophy in football to win.
Absolutely.
And not everybody even gets a chance.
So, Dr. Shaji, Mikel came off the bench and scored the winner. How do you rate Luis de La's funest substitution strategy? We spoke about the fact that Ronaldo could have been substituted, but the way Luis did that, he substituted it, and Merino made it count.
Yeah, absolutely. I think though he came little late, I think, but then still that worked, and that is where he is, won the game. And in that case, Robert Sanchez, the other coach, looked, completely in the back foot, because at the end it was a close game. Both teams were cautious, but always the Spain had a bit of advantage going forward, because they were taking more chances to come forward. But Portugal were defensively well organized. But the injury to their key defender, the left back, that has also a turning point for Portugal, because that's where Lamela could get space. He could trouble the defense. But then what Merino did is absolutely brilliant. The run he made. And we should not forget that Spain had a very early chances as well, where they opened up the defense, but then their lead scorer could not convert the chances. But then at the end, the coach definitely made the right move at the right time, we can say, because they have won and through to the quarterfinal.
Yes, and we believe that he has a lot of players who he can bank on, especially when the going gets tough on the bench. Mr. Banerjee, Spain now head into the quarterfinal with a lot of confidence based on their performance. Do you see this particular World Cup? They are mounting a serious challenge.
Look, this is the business end of the tournament. We are now entering the quarterfinal stage. Every team that has got to this stage has earned its way to this point. Now we already know who they are going to face. Spain will play Belgium next. And given the way Belgium demolished USA today, we've just seen the end of that match.
4-1.
4-1. So, now don't forget, in the run up to the
A lot of
knockouts,
controversy took place.
not only that, even Belgium were very indifferent in the early in the league stage.
We will discuss Belgium in detail.
Yeah. So, like I said, everything, this is all the good teams, the quality teams, the ones that have depth in the squads will now start to show their true colors. France definitely already displayed to the world that they are going to be the biggest threat. Argentina, we already know. Belgium now coming good. Spain started as one of the pre-tournament favorites. So, it's now really building up very beautifully. All the smaller teams, again today we will know further down this evening we will know
So men are being separated from the boys.
From the boys, exactly. Yes, very well put.
Moving on to the next match, Belgium's Charles scored twice to take his country into the World Cup quarterfinals, handing co-host United States a 4-1 thrashing in their round of 16 tie on Monday. Despite the controversial inclusion of previously suspended Florent Balogun, Decatelier poached two first-half goals in the 9th and the 33rd minute. The second coming 61 seconds after United States equalized through Tillman's deflected free kick in the 31st minute. The horror error from goalkeeper Matt Frisk handed Belgium their third goal, scored by substitute Hans Vanaken, and then Romelu Lukaku added his fourth in the stoppage time to complete the emphatic victory. Striker Balogun, who had his red card ban lifted ahead of the game, played almost the entire match but only had one threatening effort on the goal. United States elimination means all three co-hosts are out of the tournament after Canada and Mexico lost their last 16 matches. Mr. Banerjee, Belgium booked their place in the quarterfinals. What are the key tactical decisions you felt that actually made it count? 4-1. It's the scoreline itself says.
I think more than any tactical moves that Belgium made, it was, I think, the US just fell apart.
After the first goal,
after the moment they gave away those two goals, I think they lost. In second half, they were not even recognizable as a team that's playing in the World Cup, and the defense was all over the place. It was an absolute shambles. And the fact that the Belgian coach could leave players of the quality of Lukaku and Kevin De Bruyne on the bench. De Bruyne never played in this match at all. Maybe they're saving him for what they think are the more important matches. So I think that is the way Belgium. No one, of course, takes anyone for granted at this level. Certainly not. But the difference in class and experience was so vast.
You could see the chasm that was there.
There was a bit of a gap.
Mr. Shaji, you believe that the third goal where the United States goalkeeper made a harakiri, that also kind of shaken the belief that they can actually compete against this Belgium side?
Absolutely, that added to the horror. And they lacked, I think they lacked the organizational discipline in today's match from the beginning, and that's how Belgium punished them from the beginning. And the first goal, if you see, again, the defense was not organized well, and they found the space and scored the goal, and second two, and the third was definitely horror, which there is no excuse for that. It is completely a gift given to Belgium, and that way I think they were under. They took too much pressure for today's match, playing at home with great support and coming back with a good win. And maybe what I see is that there is pressure which they could not handle, and all 100% marks to the Belgium coach for taking bold decision. Leaving their star players, the golden generation players on the bench, and starting with young brigade, which has given them the kind of result what I think at the end. And this is fabulous result for Belgium. As Mr. Banerjee said, they were not that great touch in the group games, as well as against Senegal. They came back at the last 5 minutes. And therefore, this match definitely give them a kind of a rebirth, and they definitely looking strong now, and they might give a great fight to the Spain in the quarterfinal.
Yes, in fact, both teams will now clash, Belgium versus Spain. That's going to be a cracker of a match. Now, the spotlight shifts to one of the most anticipated round of 16 encounters at the FIFA World Cup as defending champions Argentina take on Egypt, with a place in the quarterfinals at stake. With contrasting styles, world-class talent, and a quarterfinal berth on the line, all the ingredients are in place for a compelling FIFA World Cup knockout clash. The spotlight will once again be on Lionel Messi as Argentina take on Egypt in one of the most anticipated round of 16 clashes. Argentina reached the knockout stage after edging Cape Verde 3-2 in a thrilling contest, with Messi continuing to lead from the front. The South American giants are chasing their fourth FIFA World Cup title and have now reached the knockout stage in successive editions of the tournament. The Pharaohs held Australia to a 1-0 draw before prevailing 4-2 in the penalty shootout to book their place in the round of 16. Their disciplined defensive structure and ability to stay composed under pressure have been the hallmark of their campaign. However, they now face their toughest challenge yet against one of football's traditional powerhouse. Historically, Argentina have enjoyed an upper hand in meetings between the two sides, but knockout football often produces surprises. With the place in the quarterfinals at stake, Argentina will rely on their attacking quality and big match experience, while Egypt will hope their organized defense and swift counterattacks can upset the favorites. This will be the only third meeting between Argentina and Egypt in international football, making it one of their rarer intercontinental contests. Argentina hold the advantage in the head-to-head record, remaining unbeaten against Pharaohs. However, history offers little advantage at the World Cup as this will be the first ever FIFA World Cup meeting between the two nations. Argentina enters as defending champions and the four-time World Cup winners, while Egypt are making history with their deepest ever run in modern World Cup era after reaching the round of 16. The winner will advance to the quarterfinals to face either Switzerland or Colombia. Sports Desk, DD India. It's another cracker of a contest on the cards. Mr. Banerjee, Shaji, you believe Argentina and Egypt, Mohamed Salah and Messi, looking good, huh? Isn't it? Banerjee, Mr. Banerjee, let's start with you, Mr.
Okay,
Banerjee.
all right, sure. Yeah, but I think it's going to be, there's just too many guns Argentina carry for Egypt. The African Cup, I think Egypt went out in the semi-finals. Already we have seen Africa has been very well represented in the knockouts. Morocco through, they have beaten Canada, so at least one representative is there. But this one I think is a bit a bridge too far, I think. Let's put it that way for the Egyptians. Mo Salah and everything. I mean, Mo Salah had a terrible season with Liverpool this year.
Yes.
Came to a sad end. And Messi is just getting better match on match. The thing is, what I like about Argentina is the very clear definition of how they play. The entire structure of their attack is built around Messi, and he has fitted himself into that roving role so beautifully.
Portugal could have taken a leaf out of that match, actually.
But the difference between the two is that Ronaldo is an out-and-out striker, and Messi is a playmaker and finisher, both. So that's the big difference between the two. So on that basis alone, I think Argentina have too many guns for Egypt. But Cape Verde shocked and surprised I think the world fell in love with this 10 little islands with a total population of 5 lakh people. And they got all the way. I mean, they gave Argentina a
run for their money.
Serious run for their money. So people who are watching may have learned a few lessons. Who knows?
You never know what will happen at that point. But Shaji, where you are putting your money?
I know. I was fortunate to see 2 games of Argentina, and I have seen what
Lucky
for Argentina. It's like playing at home, because more than 90% support will be for Argentina, and it is sea of fans and the energy what they provide in the stadium, it's no match. And that is where Argentina definitely has an 12th man advantage. But what they have delivered so far, the Cape Verde definitely provides them a big lesson. They definitely have to improve certain aspects going to this match because they can't take it lightly, their oppositions. And they can not always rely on Messi to serve because no doubt he has been the top goal scorer for them.
Julian Alvarez and Enzo Fernandez also played really well. In fact, they actually pushed the ball inside with Messi to get the ball and then move forward. So I think the midfield played a major role in that aspect for Argentina.
No, absolutely. I think that's no doubt. They are combining well, but then there are certain areas they will like to improve because Egypt is again, they will go all out because they have nothing to lose in this match. Whatever they will do, it is plus for them, and they would like to see that all the players as Argentinians players they serve Messi. Their players today would like to see that they serve Mohamed Salah. Because Mohamed Salah, as Mr. Banerjee said, he didn't have a great season, and so far, World Cup also he's not come to the party as he should be. Therefore, they will rely on him to do something exceptional today, so that they can surprise Argentina. But at the end, Argentina has too many strengths. And that is where I see Argentina going through to the quarterfinal.
So you're putting your money on
Egypt.
Argentina.
Absolutely.
Right, but they have to be careful with the counter attacks. Now, moving on to the second match that will happen. The second round of 16 clash sees Switzerland take on Colombia in a battle for a place in the FIFA World Cup quarterfinals. Colombia, who topped their group and have conceded just one goal in the tournament, will rely on the pace of Luis Diaz and their swift counter-attacks. Colombia holds a 2-0 head-to-head advantage, but with both teams in impressive form, expect a closely fought tactical contest where the margins could decide the outcome. Mr. Banerjee, Switzerland have impressed with their defensive discipline, while Colombia have conceded just one goal in the tournament. Could this be the match decided by a single moment of brilliance? Could Colombia hold a perfect, has a perfect head-to-head record against Switzerland? But could they do some sort of a, breakaway?
I think I would go with Colombia on this one. Definitely. I mean, they're a good combination of
Bengalis love for Latin American countries.
That is one. That is certainly there. That is definitely one aspect. The other one is they have a good combination of flair and very tough defense. Which we saw Paraguay, I mean, actually kept everybody honest on the edge till the very end against France. So it will be a very physical match, definitely, because that's the way the South Americans play most of their football. But at the same time, I don't expect Switzerland to take a step back either. They are also coming into this match with some form. Obviously, they have had some success to reach this point, and they are also an experienced team. So, but everything put together, I think Colombia would just edge it by a few points.
Shaji, very short, very fast. Who do you believe will come out trying?
Colombia has a definite edge because the way they play, they're high tempo and they have highly skilled players to finish. They just have to improve their finishing, and that way they will definitely trouble Switzerland. And I see Colombia will win by better goal margin. Not one goal, but if they win, they will be winning by 2 to 3 goals today. And that is what I feel, because the way they played against Portugal, if you remember, then the finishing let them down. And that is the attacking positive play they play. And that is where I see Colombo coming out on the top in this match.
Well, thank you both of you for this special insight. That brings us to the end of this special FIFA World Cup 2026 broadcast on DD India. As the knockout stage gather pace, the race for football's biggest prize becomes even more exciting, with every match carrying the dream of a World Cup glory. We will continue to bring you the latest updates, match previews and expert analysis and all the major moments from the tournament. Thank you for watching. Namaskar and have a nice day.